The Devil and the Old Woman. Once upon a time there was an old woman who lived alone in a small cottage. She was a kind and generous woman, always willing to help those in need. One day, a stranger came to her door. He was a tall, handsome man with a dark smile. He introduced himself as a traveler and asked for a place to stay for the night. The old woman took pity on him and agreed to let him stay. The stranger was very charming and polite. He helped the old woman with her chores and cooked her dinner. The old woman was very grateful for his help and enjoy his company. However, she couldn't help but feel a little uneasy around him. There was something about him that she didn't trust. That night, the old woman lay in bed unable to sleep. She kept thinking about the stranger. She wondered who he really was and where he was going. As she lay there, she heard a noise coming from the kitchen. She got out of bed and went to investigate. When she got to the kitchen, she saw the stranger standing in the middle of the room. He was surrounded by a strange light, and he was chanting in a language she didn't understand. The old woman was terrified. She realized that the stranger was not who he seemed. He was a demon. The demon turned to the old woman and smiled. "Hello," he said. "I've been expecting you." The old woman was so scared that she couldn't speak. The demon laughed. "Don't be afraid," he said. "I'm not going to hurt you. I just want to make a deal with you." The old woman didn't know what to say. "What kind of deal?" she asked. "I will give you anything you want," the demon said. "All you have to do is give me your soul." The old woman was horrified. She would never give up her soul to the devil. "No," she screamed. "I will never do that." The demon was angry. "Very well," he said. "If you won't make a deal with me, then I'll take what I want by force." The demon lunged at the old woman, but she was too quick for him. She ran out of the kitchen and into the forest. The demon chased after her, but she was able to outrun him. The old woman ran until she came to a river. She jumped into the river and swam to the other side. The demon couldn't follow her because he couldn't cross running water. The old woman was safe, but she was very shaken by what had happened. She knew that the demon would never give up on her. He would come back for her one day. The old woman spent the rest of her life living in fear of the demon. She never knew when he would come back. She lived a lonely and isolated life, always looking over her shoulder. One day, the old woman died. Her soul went to heaven, and she was finally safe from the demon. She had lived a good life, but she had never been able to escape the fear that the demon had put in her heart.